Updates coming in now from across the shores. The Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Esmaeil Baghaei has now claimed that the US-Iran Memorandum of Understanding will not be signed tomorrow. According to Iranian media reports, he has not ruled out, though, that it could happen in the coming days. He said the Islamabad Memorandum, which is being pursued, focuses on ending the war, and at this stage it has been decided that there will be no discussion about the nuclear issue. Due to the other party's instability, we must be cautious about any statements regarding this process. These, of course, are the big updates we are continuing to track for you. I believe Colonel Santpal Raghav, defense expert, joins us now on the broadcast. Colonel Raghav, what do you make of what the Iranian spokesperson has said? This is the Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson who's put out his statement on the possibility of a deal, ruling out it will happen tomorrow, but saying it could happen in the next few days.
Yeah.
What do you infer on the Iran position on this peace deal?
Yeah. The relationship between Iran and the United States remain very highly sensitive as of now. But there has been a significant diplomatic breakthrough in recent days. A peace deal appears close. Pakistan, which has been a meeting between Washington and Tehran, has stated that an initial peace agreement could be finalized within the next 24 hours. However, Iranian officials have cautioned that no final agreement has been signed and that some important issues remain unresolved. Number two, military tensions continue. Despite ongoing negotiations, the forces reportedly shot down several Iranian attack drones near the Strait of Hormuz on 30th June today. According to U.S. officials, the drones pose a threat to the commercial shipping in the area. Number three, Strait of Hormuz remains the central issue. The major focus of the negotiation is the future of the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil shipping routes. Discussion reportedly include reopening maritime traffic, easing restriction on Iranian trade, and ensuring the security of international shipping. Number four, nuclear program still a sticking point. The United States wants strict limitation on Iran nuclear capabilities, while Iran insists on preserving certain aspects of nuclear program. This remains one of the most difficult issues in the negotiation. Number fifth, regional security concerns. The talks are about to link wider regional issues, including tensions involving Lebanon and other Middle Eastern security concerns. These matters could affect the success of any final agreement. Over to you.
More updates also coming in now this hour. Iran's Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalib has warned the anniversary of what he described as the first round of attacks by Israel and the US on Iran, saying that innocent children were killed and severe crimes were committed during the conflict. He has alleged the Iranian nation faced brutal aggression and said no form of cruelty was spared during those strikes. Ghalibaf has said Iran draws strength from the martyrs of the so-called 12-day war, adding the country remains united and resolute. He's concluded that Iran will continue to stand firm until what he calls ultimate victory and national glory is achieved. All right, Ambassador Gauri Shankar, former diplomat, in fact, is joining us now on the broadcast. Ambassador Shankar, even as the world looks to a peace deal, this statement coming in from the Iran parliamentary speaker talking tough. What do you make of it? Ambassador Gupta, can you hear me? I think we're having some trouble there with Ambassador Gupta's connection. Colonel Raghav, why don't you come in there on this statement by the Iran parliamentary speaker? What does this convey on these current negotiations? I think we are having some technical trouble there with our guests, but more breaking news also coming in this hour. The Israel military has claimed to have killed several Hezbollah fighters and destroyed the group's rocket launchers as well as buildings in southern Lebanon. Over the past 24 hours, it has said on X that more than 70 Hezbollah sites were hit in that period. As we reported earlier, at least 5 people were killed and a Lebanese soldier was injured in the latest Israeli attacks. Shivani joins us for more on this story. Shivani, what can you share with us about the IDF statement on these attacks on Lebanon?
Absolutely, Uday. So, IDF continues to target strikes across southern Lebanon. Remember that IDF had earlier as well put out a statement asking villagers to evacuate from the area. And now they have stated that in the past 24 hours, over 70 Hezbollah sites have been hit. They've also stated that rocket launcher systems as well as buildings in the area have been destroyed. Now remember, Uday, that IDF has stated that the reason why they're destroying buildings and civilian infrastructure in this region is that...
Right, stay with us. In fact, I believe Colonel Raghav... Okay, I believe Ambassador Gupta is there with us now on the phone line, a former diplomat. Ambassador Gupta, what do you make of this action by Israel?
Good evening, Uday. You see, President Trump has been making these statements time and again. There was an interview on BBC recently. He said 35 statements he has made about the peace deal. Now he takes premature, decision and
yes,
makes
we'll come to that. We'll come to that in just a second, sir. But we are right now focusing on the IDF statement on the attacks on Lebanon. They claim they have killed several Hezbollah fighters. Israel has said it has destroyed the group's rocket launchers as well. Ambassador Gupta.
Yes, obviously, Israel does not want Hezbollah to stay that powerful as it is. They want to weaken it. And they would continue to attack, and Hezbollah is retaliating. So obviously the fight is going on. This is an indirect fight between Iran and Israel. It is absolutely the offshoot of Iran, or we can call it is one of the the groups which has been fully supported and funded by Iran. So this fight indicates that there is no peace as of today. In fact, the critical issues of nuclear material, how it will be disposed of, how the Strait of Hormuz would be controlled, still remain on the table. There is no discussion, there is no agreement on these two. So I feel in diplomacy we say there are many slips between the lip and the cup. And that is what is going on right now. Of course they are negotiating, but there are differences, and there are serious differences. We have to wait and see what happens in the coming few days. If the agreement is reached on these three issues, that is Lebanon concerning Hezbollah, then Strait of Hormuz, and of course the nuclear material, then only we would be able to say that
yes,
they are close to a deal.
All right.
But I think it's going to take some more time. Let us not rush it.
All right. Stay with us. Stay with us. We're getting some more news, in fact, coming in now. The Israeli military has said that the fall of a suspicious aerial target has been identified in southern Lebanon, in the area that Israel forces are currently occupying. It has added there were no casualties. It follows the military's early activation of an air raid alert due to a hostile aircraft in northern Israel's Margalot area. Ambassador Gupta continues to be with us on the broadcast. Ambassador Gaurishankar Gupta, we are learning that an aerial target, a suspicious aerial target, has also fallen now in southern Lebanon. This is what Israel is claiming.
Uday, I think this will continue because Israel is having an existential threat. They would not like Hezbollah to remain as powerful as they are. And obviously Iran is fully supporting them, funding them, training them, arming them. So this issue has to be sorted out. And this is one of the principal reasons why, Israel is still very active in Lebanon. And they want to weaken the Hezbollah, leadership. They have not succeeded in doing that fully as yet. And they would like this to be achieved before any peace deal is, signed between the two sides, the U.S. and Iran. But even on the peace deal, I have my doubt that it can be signed in the coming weeks because the two major issues still remain on the table. There is no full agreement on those two issues.
All right, more breaking updates, in fact, also coming in now as Washington and Tehran move closer to a possible agreement over Iran's nuclear program. Iran has reportedly strengthened protections around its stockpile of highly enriched uranium, making any future retrieval effort far more difficult. According to a report by CNN, citing 5 sources familiar with U.S. intelligence, Iran has in recent weeks collapsed tunnels leading to its uranium stockpile and booby-trapped entrances with explosive mines, making access significantly more difficult. The measures have effectively sealed off material believed to be close to bomb-grade enrichment. The development comes just weeks after U.S. President Donald Trump publicly floated the possibility of ordering the U.S. military to seize Iran's uranium reserves. The report said Iran's latest actions have made it substantially harder to reach roughly half a ton of highly enriched uranium believed to be stored underground. The material is thought to be located primarily in collapsed tunnels at the Isfahan nuclear complex in central Iran, with smaller quantities reportedly stored at other locations as well. So efforts now being made to, safeguard their stockpile, Ambassador Gupta. Ambassador Gauri-Shankar Gupta, can you hear me? All right, I think we're having some technical trouble there with our guest once again. But more breaking updates now as well that we're tracking. The United Arab Emirates is claiming that Pakistan is paying foreign media to share fake propaganda about UAE transferring funds to Iran. Analysts from the UAE say these fake stories are being shared, attacking anyone who stood up to the Islamic regime's aggression, including the UAE. Amjad Taha, an Emirati expert in strategic and political affairs, has asked for community notes to be added under the Bloomberg and Reuters reports on X, alleging the UAE transferred funds to Iran. Remember, the UAE has officially denied these claims. And on that note, let's take a break.
घर का खर्च चलाने